Now, another trailer that we got recently for an upcoming Marvel project is the quote-unquote final trailer for Marvel's Eternals. I keep wanting to call it The Eternals, but it's just Eternals. I still don't really know how I feel about this one. I mean, it looks visually gorgeous, but in terms of narrative, I'm still kind of on the fence. Now, I will say this trailer that they debut gives us a much better idea of the story, kind of the Eternals have been locked in a eternal war, so to speak, against the Deviants. And I appreciate that almost right up front, someone's just like, well, why didn't you get involved with Thanos when half the universe was snapped away? Not just this world's, but every world's. They're like, well, we were told, don't get involved unless the Deviants are involved. And someone brings up the really good question of, who's been telling you that? Which we're led to assume this is Celestials, which, no, Josh, because you're not here, I can poke fun at you. No, Josh, it was not Galactus that we see in this trailer. However, I'll forgive you because apparently a lot of people were having the issues that they thought Galactus was in the Eternals trailer, and it's way too soon for him. Plus, he didn't really look like Galactus at all. The visuals in this trailer look spectacular, and I'm very, very curious about this movie. However, I'm still not overly sold on it. I don't know what it is, but it looks good from a visual standpoint. I still don't know if I'm overly confident in what the story is. I'm kind of getting the same sense that like a Blade Runner 2049 or Dune had of like, look how cool this is. It's got these epic sweeping vistas, epic cinematography, just epic, epic, epic. I'm going, cool. What's the human story to this? What's the reasons that I should care about this? I don't fully need Marvel connections to this. You can have your side stories. Like Ant-Man sometimes doesn't really play into the larger MCU, except for the quantum realm. That's a big factor. But by and large, those are smaller scales, much more intimate stories. This seems like a big sprawling epic, and I don't need to know necessarily how it connects to the MCU, but you do need to tell me a little bit more of why I should care. Like, cool, we've got Brian Tyree Henry, we've got Richard Madden, we've got Angelina Jolie, we've got Selma Hayek. The cast looks spectacular. What is this movie about? I think they've failed in that several times now. I think the trailers have looked gorgeous. I just don't know if it's enough to get casual people in. I know Marvel themselves are super, super high on this movie. They've already talked about maybe putting this up for like some Best Picture nominations. And I'm happy they're putting from Academy Award winning Chloe Zhao as director. I'm going, that's awesome. I don't know if the general population at this point will care about it. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say I know Eternals comes out later, but as it stands right now, I could see Shang-Chi doing better at the box office than the Eternals. I don't know. I think it's this thing with the Eternals of not clearly illustrating what the movie's about. It's something about it is just not sticking with me, and I want to be invested in this. I want to know more. It looks great. I like almost all the cast in this. It looks different. It looks unique. But what's the story? What's the hook here? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm being really, really negative this week, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like the MCU right now, after Endgame, they've got a bunch of really good individual pieces that are kind of like floating around in the ether. There's a little piece over here, a little piece over here. And I feel like we're missing the one or two big pieces that will kind of gather them all together and make them all connect. It's like loose balloons. You need to like kind of just brush out your arms and pull them together in a big bundle and go, okay, now I've got them all together in one thing. Like, how are they so connected? Everything feels kind of all over the place, which is fine, but you need to, I don't know. Eternals, it looks great. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it looks great. I just have some reservations about it, so to speak.